With the growth and construction of mid-rise buildings of 3 to 5 stories and up to 6 stories in Canada, Simpson Strong Tie strong rod systems are popular continuous rod tie-down solutions for light frame, multi-story wood construction. The anchor tie-down system for shear wall overturning restraint, also called ATS, directs the diaphragm loads from roofs, floors, and walls to the foundation in a continuous path to prevent shear wall overturning. Begin the ATS installation by embedding the anchor bolt according to the engineer of record specifications. There should be at least 6 inches of the anchor bolt above the concrete. Contact Simpson Strong Tie if this measurement varies. Drill an oversized hole 1/4 inch larger than the anchor bolt diameter in the sill plate and place it over the bolt. Next, install the compression posts along with the wall. Check installation drawings for recommended spacing. Place a coupler nut onto the anchor bolt, rotating it clockwise. The bolt's threading should be visible through the witness hole on the coupler nut. You can check this by inserting a nail into the witness hole. It is properly installed if the nail hits the threaded rod. Above the wall, install the floor framing. Be sure to install compression blocking between the wall top plate and the plywood sheathing above. Compression posts are installed for the next level. Again, it's important that the posts include the recommended clear spacing at the location of the rod. Position a threaded ATS rod through the floor, centered between the 2 compression posts, and into the coupler nut below. Rotate it clockwise until you see the rod in the witness hole through the coupler nut. On the next level, begin the TakeUp device assembly by placing a PL bearing plate over the threaded rod. Next, slide an A-tud with the pin pointing up and toward the inside of the building. Place a BP bearing plate on top of the A-tud. An ATS nut is installed next, rotating clockwise onto the rod until finger tight on top of the BP bearing plate. The coupling nut is then attached to the threaded rod, which should be rotated into the coupler nut until it is visible in the witness hole. Build the framing for the floor above, again making sure to install compression blocking as before. Repeat the TakeUp device and threaded rod assemblies for each level until the top level. Compression posts or studs need to be installed at each shear wall end per the project specifications. If a bridge block is specified on the top level, install cripple studs so that the top of the bridge block is a minimum of 52 inches above the floor sheathing. There should be no more than 6 inches between the cripple studs. Next, install the bridge block by drilling a hole through it and placing it over the rod. The bridge block should only be toe-nailed to the cripple studs. No nailing to the king studs is necessary. Install a BP R-tud bearing plate over the rod and rest it on top of the bridge block. Place an R-tud on the rod and push down until it sits on top of the bearing plate. You will hear a zipper-like sound. It is properly installed when it is firmly seated on top of the bearing plate. The nail holes in the R-tud should be aligned with the holes in the bearing plate. Drive or screw 2 fasteners into the holes of the R-tud. ATS addresses many of the design challenges specifically associated with multi-story buildings that must withstand seismic activity or wind events. Simpson Strong Tie is your partner in designing the safest building possible and offers a complete solution. If you have questions about the ATS design or installation, call 800-999-5099 or visit strongtie.com/SRS.